Yeah, buddy. What's going on, everybody? This is Polo, and today is day one, or the full day one, of having my wisdom teeth out. And yesterday morning was quite the experience, and I'm going to share that story with you. As long as I have enough time, I don't know if I can make it stretch out for the whole like 9 minutes of this game is, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's see. I woke up about 5 a.m. We left at about 7. Had enough time to. I uploaded that commentary and stuff like that, and we sat and sat and sat at the doctor's office. My little brother went in at about 8 o'clock, and I went in about 8:30. So I got to sit there and just think about it for about I don't know about we were there for about a half hour before I finally went back there. And I went back there, and the first thing the nurse told me to do was to go empty my bladder. And so I'm thinking, all right, because I wasn't supposed to eat or drink anything, not even water, for 8 hours prior to the procedure. And so, I mean, I was pretty empty, so I just kind of went there and stood in the bathroom for about a minute because there was nothing in me to let out. I mean, uh, my bladder was pretty much empty already. Um, I went into the room, and she asked me to take my jacket off, sit down in the little chair, and they reclined me back, and they attached the little thing to my finger, and they started putting the little sticky pads, little sticky monitoring pads on me, and then they started like reciting what they were doing. They're like, all right, now we're putting on the pads, now we're spraying you with this, and but they only sprayed me in like to like disinfect or whatever to clean the area where they were gonna put the IV in. But before they even put the IV in, they put the little silly gas thing on my nose, and it was pretty much this like gray cup with these like two hoses sticking out of it, and she just put that on my nose, and they said inhale and exhale through your nose only. So I said, all right. So then I big deep breath in, and I don't know, it smelled kind of fruity almost. And then, but then when I exhaled, it like shot right up into my eye. And I told the nurse that I said, it shoots it shoots into my eye. And she says, well, close your eyes. So I'm thinking, all right. But then I didn't want to seem like I was asleep and they like start sticking me. So I just closed the one eye that the stuff was blown into. So I'm laying there and I'm all hooked up. I've got the mask thing on my nose and I've got one eye open. And I thought I looked silly, but after about 45 seconds of breathing that stuff in, breathing in the silly gas, you don't really care how you look. And they started asking me little questions. They started, like open and close my fist and stuff like that until they told me to stop. And uh, then they're like, all right, putting a big rubber band on your arm. So they put this big rubber band on right above my elbow. Or was it below my elbow? I really don't remember. Um, and so then she grabbed my arm and stuck the IV into my arm. And I was like, ow! And I said, no bueno. And she says, si bueno. And I don't know, I just kind of laughed and said, what? And she said, how do you say yes in Spanish? I said, si. And she said, I forgot what she said after that. This is when my memory started to kind of flicker in and out. And then I remember, she said, no, I don't even remember. What she said, what did we talk about? I don't know. And then another nurse came in there. I don't even remember what we talked about. Now that I'm trying to recall it, I have no idea. And then another third nurse came in there, and they all seemed like they were standing around my head. Um, and they were talking about like how many hours they were getting that week and stuff like that. Um, and then that's when I fell asleep. And then I only remember bits and pieces about the ride home, all of which was I didn't remember until my parents started telling me about it. Um, and apparently I was like hiccuping or something, and everybody kept asking me, "Are you gonna throw up? Are you gonna throw up?" And then I don't know. They said I was like getting mad or something, and I was saying, "I'm not hiccuping, or I'm not gonna throw up. I'm just hiccuping." Or it's just the hiccups or something like that. And then I started saying, "Think about the smell of bananas," which is like if you're gonna sneeze or something. One of my friends said it to me one time. I was about to sneeze, and she's like, "Think about the smell of bananas." And then I thought about it, and I didn't sneeze. It was the weirdest thing, and for some reason I was thinking about the smell of bananas, trying not to hiccup, and I remember it didn't really work. And then I don't remember the car ride home. I just remember being at home, and I fell asleep, and when I woke up, that's when like my memory started back. And I was in my pajamas, and for some reason I wore like the long underwear, like the long john underwear, shirts and pants under my pajamas. So I was burning up when I woke up because I was had like 3 blankets on me. Um, and I slept for a few hours. Uh, Woke up, and pretty much all I've been able to eat until today. Today was the first day I actually ate solid food, but I've been pretty much eating yogurt, Jello, and a lot of Gatorade, and then like some mashed potatoes. But Gatorade and water is all I've been able to drink. Well, except for this morning. This morning I was able to drink coffee. But yesterday just seemed like such a long day. Um, I guess because of I don't know if it was the gas or something like that. But I didn't feel any pain or discomfort or anything until today, until my IV started to wear off last night. But it was just a mild discomfort, like it wasn't really much of anything. Um, and Today's been pretty nice. It's one of the few times in my life that my mom has actually like brought me food and stuff in my bed, which is awesome. Um, I kind of like that. And yesterday I was just sitting there, and I remember waking up, and the first time I slept with the gauze in my mouth, like the bloody gauze, and then I took it out. And here's the gross part. I had the gauze in my mouth, and I had the Gatorade. I drank the Gatorade and took my pills and stuff with the gauze in my mouth. And so when I woke up, I had this bloody Gatorade tasting gauze still in my mouth, but on I was still on my IV, or I still had the IV stuff in me. Um, so there was like no pain whatsoever. I didn't care. The pain pills they gave me are hydrocodone or something like that. So I pretty much don't care. I didn't care about the weird gauze. I just kind of leaned over and spit it out into the trash can. Um, and then ate a few Go-Gurts in like a Jello, and then like a pudding cup or something. I don't know. Um, but that was pretty much what I ate, and then took my antibiotics, and then put the gauze and stuff back in my mouth. And then I had that in for a couple of hours, and I decided to do yesterday's commentary, or this morning's commentary rather. And I don't know why the sound when I did it yesterday sounded fine, but I don't really know why it was so low. It didn't sound that bad, but I'm hoping I don't have that problem tonight while I'm doing my commentary. And if you guys have any, I don't know, what are your, if you do you guys have any like memories of like surgery or anything like that, or tell me about when you got your wisdom teeth out. if you guys, whether you were in pain or not. But I guess that's it, dudes. Until tomorrow, peace.